What's up guys, it's Gaibriul here and welcome back to my Wi-Fi battle series. This is the 7th battle I've had now, and it is against another YouTuber named U-Turn Crowbat. Definitely go check out his stuff. The links to his channel will be in the description. This time it is something a little bit different because I'm actually bringing a post-commentated Wi-Fi battle because they're easier for me to edit and stuff, so it means I can try and bring these as much as possible, really. Can't try and do as much as I can with them, and it does mean it's quite new to me, this sort of thing is, so if I am a bit stuttery and stuff. I do remember the battle, it wasn't too long ago, it's a few days ago now, so I should be okay. First of all, I'm going to go through the team I'm bringing. I was bringing quite a similar team to what I was using for my OU mix before, only there's one change, and that's I've taken out the Azumarill for the Hariyama because I didn't want the extra OU Pokemon, because I'm pretty sure we did agree on like one OU Pokemon mixed, basically, and he brought the Victini, which is borderline, so that's pretty much where we're at. I'm going to hit that play button, and first of all, you'll notice straight away, when I was looking at his team, I thought probably the Rotom, maybe the Victini were starting out, depending on which was Scarfed. So I thought I'm going to start off with the Hariyama, get the fake out, and then I can judge where I'm going from there. And he did start off with the Rotom fan, which is going to outspeed me anyway. Of course, he does have the Volt Switch, but I go for the fake out, do a tiny bit of damage. It's not much at all. Get my Flame Orb off, so I've actually got the Guts. And now we go for the proper term. He does choose to Volt Switch out, this time probably going into the Grand Ball, but I thought, well, I might as well just stay in and go for the Ice Punch as opposed to the Close Combat because he had the Grand Ball there. Didn't want to do that. It was the obvious choice he was going to go into it. So the Ice Punch, he gets the Intimidate off, so it isn't going to do too much, but it does it does enough damage where I'm quite happy with it, because Grand Ball is a threat. It is something I do want to deal with. But it also puts me in a situation because of the burn damage where I'm actually taking quite a bit of damage, which kind of sucks. Strangely enough as well, he's Toxic Orb. I'm not sure of why that is, because I'm not sure if I wasn't sure if Grand Ball actually got Guts. The perfect solution to this was, of course, to go into the Escavalier, because it could take that play rough all day long, and it was obvious that it was going to be coming, because looking at my team, you could just actually get a play rough off and it'd hit quite a few of my pokes. So that was the safe switch. I knew he was going to switch out there, so I've gone for the knockoff, as you'll see in just a moment, on anything else that wants to come in. And the first thing he brings in is the Hyperion, the Hydreigon, not Hyperion. And we do get rid of that bloody weakness policy, which is quite strange. I stay in here thinking he's probably got Flamethrower, but it's too obvious, so I'm not going to switch out. So I stay in and go for the Mega Horn, and as I predicted, he does predict me to switch out and go straight for the Dragon Pulse, which means I actually get the chance to take this thing down, and there is a massive threat gone from the team. Escavalier putting in the work. He, of course, comes in with a Victini, which has got the Stab Fire move, which would destroy me. I choose to switch out here. So does he. He double switches, going straight out in to his Aggron, which I'm unsure if it's Mega or not at this point, to be honest. Looking at it, it was the only Mega in his team, but he might not actually have had Mega. And I choose to go into the Rotom Heat. Rotom Heat, of course, there. I don't want to take the Stab Rock type move, so I do switch out into Mort, which is my Sableye, which can take any one single hit, believing that I can just easily enough get the Will-O-Wisp off and sort of nullify this a little bit. He, of course, predicts the switch there and goes straight for the Poison, for the Toxic, and it does, it does a little bit of damage to my Mort over time here. I go for the Will-O-Wisp, and he brings out the Rotom Fan, which, to be honest, not bad at all. To get any sort of residual damage on any of the Rotoms is pretty damn good, because they're always quick, they do a lot of damage, and this I already do believe is scarfed with the way he's been playing with it being constant switches. So getting a little bit of damage is always good, because he's going to take some damage before the switch out generally. At this point here, I think, you know what, I can afford to stay in with my Sableye and eat up the Volt Switch, and I might as well go for the clean knockoff on anything that wants to switch in against me. So as you'll see here, he does go for the Volt Switch, goes out into the Grand Ball, and that's the best Pokemon he could have possibly chosen to take the knockoff, because it does mean, of course, he gets the Intimidate off, as we've just seen there, and I'm knocking off the Toxic Orb, which does absolutely nothing. He's already got the Toxic on him, it's completely pointless anyway. So Mort just knocks off, it kind of isn't great. Puts me in a bad situation here, though. It doesn't put me in a bad situation here, though. I'm forced to switch out, but this time I think it's too obvious to go into the Escavalier, so I kind of don't want to. This time, I choose to switch out, but I do believe I go into the Rotom Heat, which can also eat up the Fairy type attack, and I get to scout, see what he does, and get the Volt Switch if he does go for the Play Rough, which he does indeed go for. It does an okay amount of damage, but not enough where I'm too worried at all, and the poison is just chipping away at that Granbull, and just chipping ever so slightly. He of course does withdraw it at that point because it's probably in range of the Volt Switch taking it out, and he brings in the Aggron. I get the Volt Switch here, and looking at the damage this does, of course it does mean it's physically defensive, and now I do believe from this, I reckon I can get an Overheat and KO this Aggron. It seems to me like it's a large possibility. I come in with the Mort again, trying to bait out as though I'm going to go for the Wisp, hoping he's going to switch out. This time, of course, actually, he predicts me to just go for the attack and ends up staying in anyway. If I'd gone for the burn there, of course, this would have been amazing. He does outspeed me, and the Heavy Slam does take down my Mort. But he did put in a little bit of work getting that burn on the Rotom fan, but it could have been much better. I come in with the Heatrom now, my Rotom Heat, knowing that my Overheat will take this Aggron down, and this is where he decides to Mega Evolve, meaning that my Rotom Heat will overheat and it will take it down, even with the specially defensive boost that he's gone for from the Mega Evolution, and as you'll see, it takes it down without a problem. So there's this Megagon, and there is another massive threat taken out completely. So we're in a good stead at the moment. He comes in with the, I can't remember the name of it, the Manaphy. That's what it's called, or the lower version of it. I can't remember what it's called, to be completely honest. And I switch out there because the Overheat is going to do nothing. He knows now that I'm definitely scarfed, and he's going to go for a Tail Glow, meaning this thing is setting up on my arse, and it's going to be difficult to get rid of. My Heavy Armor, of course, can just get the nice Fake Out off, the Guts Fake Out. It's going to do pretty much no damage to it, but it's chip damage. It's worth gaining anyway whilst I can. I decide here to stay in, hoping I could take a hit, but not too confident of taking it, especially with all the burn damage that I've taken, but knowing that if I get to hit with a close combat, it's going to take a lot of damage off this Manaphy. He does stay in though, he does go for the Surf, and it does KO my Harry Armor, meaning I get to come straight back in with the Rotom Heat now, and I've got access to the Volt Switch just to take this out, and if he stays in, I can just switch into, say, something else. I do give the Volt Switch, does stay in, does a massive amount of damage to it, and I believe here, I think, well, my Dragalge is going to be able to take the Water type attack if he goes for the Surf. That's going to be fine, and hopefully it'll be able to take two of them perfectly well. It does go for the Surf, and as you'll see, it does actually take it pretty well, really, considering that's a +2 Manaphy, and it does mean a +2 Glow Man, let's say, and I was thinking, well, okay, now I can take another Surf, we're staying in. Of course, though, I should have really thought it, he does pack the Ice Beam, and there goes my Dragalge, doing absolutely nothing in this battle. This does mean, though, that my Choice Scarfed Rotom Heat can come straight back in and threaten this thing out, or just completely KO it. He does decide, of course, I'm skipping ahead of myself here. He does, of course, decide to switch out because he doesn't want that going down. It is a big threat, and goes into his Rotom. It's Rotom fan at that point. I'm going to get some great, absolutely fantastic damage off against that, considering, because I know Rotoms are quite bulky. And I'm going to get the switch out, switch initiative once again. Kane puts in so much work, and in this one it's no different. He comes in here knowing that I can take it out in any single hit. He's going to Volt Switch, do a little bit of damage, but it's not going to do enough because this thing is Assault Vest Max Special Defense, which you don't see too often, but it's actually brilliant. And I'm going to go for the knockoff once again. Probably a little bit too easy to predict, and he comes in with a Granbull, perhaps just actually looking to sack it off so that he could come in with something better. But the knockoff doesn't kill it anyway, so it does mean he's going to get some damage off against me. Here, I'm thinking he's probably not going to go for the Play Rough, because it's too easy for him to go for that. So he goes for the Close Combat, but I decide, you know what, my Escavalier's already done a lot of work. I can keep it in. If he gets KO'd, he's still going to get downed by the Toxic. If I don't, I can take him out with the knockoff in case he wants to switch out. Doesn't switch out, does a lot of damage, and my Escavalier is close to doomed at the moment, but we do get rid of another massive threat in that Granbull. Here comes the Rotom fan, and I think no point keeping it switching out here. Let him get the Volt Switch, kill my Kane, so that I can get switch initiative. Of course, though, Kane completely eats up the hits, and I do get a second, a third knockoff even, and it hits the perfect Pokemon in this Victini, and we do get rid of the choice band, which means this Victini is nowhere near as threatening as it was before. He goes for the Brick Break, of course, not going to commit himself to the V-Create because it lowers his speed, and I do get to come in now with the Pobro, knowing I can Mega Evolve straight away, and it puts me in an absolutely fantastic position because I know I can take any hit from this. I'm expecting the Bulk Strike, which Victinis do pack, but I know I can eat it up without any problem because I'm a Mega Slowbro. It's what we do. It's what we do. He does go for the Volt Strike, as you'll see from this as well. We absolutely eat this up. That's super effective damaging. It's the Slowbro, and we smash it. But he does get the paralysis, which does make a difference because if I was paralyzed there, it'd mean he gets second Volt Strike off, and that damage would definitely add up. But we do break through paralysis, and I do manage to get the Scald off completely and utterly, taking that Victini down. He's going to come in now with the Glowman. I didn't expect Energy Ball at all. Did not see that coming. I just thought, go for the Psychic, see how much damage we can do. We do break through paralysis once again, and look how... I can't believe we didn't take it out there. It's on like 1 health and we don't manage to take it out, which does mean my Pobro is going to go down to the Energy Ball. No point switching out to something else to take a hit. Let Pobro go down. I can now safely bring in my Rotom Heat, knowing I can choice myself into the Volt Switch, killing this and killing the Rotom Fan as well, which is exactly what I do. I'm going to get the Volt Switch out here. I'm not obviously going to switch at all. It's going to take the Glowman down. This is where it gets a little interesting though. Not because he's got a chance of KOing me, because we all know that I'm resistant to the 2 stab attacks it does have. Not resistant to one of them actually. He goes for the Air Slash. It would not have done anything anyway, even though he missed. I can get the hit off with the Volt Switch, knowing it's going to take him down, but seeing that Rotom Fan went first, it means it definitely was True Scarfed, and it was all down to that little speed tie, but we weren't dying to an Air Slash, it was resisted anyway. Oh god! I don't think that's the most I've ever talked in my entire life. That was just blah 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 blah. It was like verbal vomit. But that game was actually freaking awesome. I loved battling with this team. It's such a well put together team, if I do say so myself. I've been working on one like this for a very long time. It was originally going to be my Lithia League team, and I had the Azumarill in place of the Hariyama, but I didn't want to bring the Azumarill here because, like I said, it was mixed OU, so there was a few OU Pokemon, but not loads, as you can see there. He definitely brought the power, and it was definitely a challenge. Just a nice clean 1-0 in the end. It was so unbelievably close. So thanks for the battle, U-Turn Crowback, if you do watch this. That was amazing. I'm so glad I've actually got to bring a post-commentated Wi-Fi battle. If you want to see more of these from me, please hit me up in the comments and let me know, because it's something I'm not too familiar with and I do want to get better at it. If you've got any advice, please also let me know. Before you go though, please don't forget to smash that like button if you did enjoy yourself. If you didn't, then don't press it. That's perfectly fine. More importantly than that though, have yourselves a damn good day. I'll see you next time.